Well, what happened to our warm weather? Good morning, everybody. The my initial thoughts on AI and cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, years ago was, I guess, more fearful because everybody wants to talk about the downside, the volatility, the AI taking over before they understand the benefits. And I guess this has been true kind of most of my life. I remember the first time I was faced with this decision about do I embrace technology was back in the late 80s. I was stationed in Germany, and at the time I was security police. So I was part of teams that would guard certain assets in Germany. And being in security, for those of you who've ever done it, it gets pretty boring. Lots of time just standing on a shift for 8 hours, sometimes 12 hours, all kinds of weather. I remember standing out in front of a structure with the aircraft in it, and freezing, sitting in the cold, and and these guys would pull up in trucks and, "Hey, you cold?" Smart Alex. They'd be drinking their hot coffee or cocoa or whatever. But I had this opportunity to be a BISO operator, which was a tower operator. It's where you up in the tower and you control panels of sensors that would go off if there was some sort of an alert or whatever. And I remember the guy telling me about it, saying, yeah, the course is kind of tough. You have to take this course, and that's where I heard the term modem, modulation, demodulation. That was a big word for me, modem. Oh man. And I didn't do too well in school, high school. I barely got out. And later on I tested really well, but I guess in high school I got bored and just didn't apply myself. So I didn't think I would have the ability to pass this class. But I really, really wanted to work in the tower, because when you work in the tower, you're way up high. It's just you. You got the heater, you got the cooler, the air conditioning, whatever the weather is at the time. And in Germany, it got super cold, or it could be hot. And so that was nice. And you got to control and tell everybody where to go. So I wanted to be a tower operator. And so I went ahead and applied. I got selected for the class. And by the time I was done, I graduated. And this modulation, demodulation thing wasn't so bad. Years later, I went to school to become a satellite communications operator. And that was a really tough class. That was about 1.5 years schools, and I had to do time division multiplexing, code division multiplexing, had to calculate it with math, and I was always terrible with math, but I eked my way out of that class too. So technology, I've always been kind of afraid of it, but at the same time I wanted to embrace it. And so a few years back, or maybe right around maybe a couple years ago, I started really researching Bitcoin, just really digging in, reading books and everything I can get on YouTube about it, and realized that I really needed to put some of my savings aside in Bitcoin. And so that's what I've been doing. They call it stacking. And when I started buying Bitcoin, it breaks down into these Satoshis, because Satoshi Nakamoto, he's the guy who created Bitcoin, started it all off right after the 2008 banking crisis. Anyway, each Bitcoin breaks down into like 21 million Satoshis or something like that. So the idea is that one day, if you look at Satoshis kind of like pennies or dollars, one day a Satoshi could be paired to a US dollar. So right now, when I first started, I was buying them, 1,800 Satoshis to every dollar. Well, if you translate out 10 years or 20 years from now, every dollar I'm buying and, I'm spending, it could be worth $1,800 for future spending, which is a huge return. So even today, I stack Bitcoin, I stack Satoshis, I buy them. Because I figure every time I put away a dollar, I'm doing that. And it's getting easier and easier to invest in Bitcoin. You could put your money in an ETF and buy them, or you could, go onto Coinbase and buy it, or, whatever, Cash App. So lots of ways to do it. And what I found it's pretty smart. Not saying I'm smart, but the institutions, the governments of the world are all waking up to this idea of Bitcoin. And so it is volatile. So it'll go up one day, maybe 3 or 4 grand, and down 10 grand, or up 10 grand, down 3 grand. I mean, it's very volatile, but it continues to kind of ride to the upside. I think it's the same thing can be said of buying silver and gold. Years ago, just stacking silver and gold over time, it was a smart decision. And then the other one was AI. As soon as ChatGPT came out, I went ahead and got an account, and just started playing around with it, watching videos on it. YouTube's a great place to learn stuff, I found. And so I started researching ChatGPT, and I used it I like to write, and helps me come up with story ideas, character ideas, things like that. Also helps me improve communications, like emails. Like if I have an important email I want to send off to a banker or something like that, I'll write my email and then I'll just kind of throw it into ChatGPT to clean it up a little bit, and it formats it kind of however you want. It's kind of cool. And I use it also, I use it for helping to calculate like areas that I need sheetrocked, or let's say I'm looking at a plan and I want to know, how much roofing I might need. Well, I could just kind of throw dimensions in there with angles, and ChatGPT will spit it all out with excess and the whole thing. It's pretty accurate. And so it saves time. Also, there's a new AI that I've been playing with called Manus, and it not only thinks, it has kind of like little team AIs that not only help you with your thinking, but also how you would implement, even some to the point of implementing could even be writing code. So that is something I'm messing with, because like I have some projects I want to develop some land, so it's helping me like really build all the requirements from taking raw land into finished lots and on up through construction. So it's pretty powerful. It takes a while. It's all in the prompting, how you put the words in and prompt it. But even at 60, I'm not going to back down and say, AI and crypto and Bitcoin, that's for the young. No, it's for everybody. It's for me too. It's for you too. So if you're watching this video and you've never looked into it, I recommend, really digging in, really learning about it. Is it right for you? Is it smart for you? Can you use it? Some of you are already using it, probably way better than I am. So this is just preaching to the choir. But my encouragement today would be, don't back down from technology. You're not, they always say you can't, you can't teach an old dog a new trick, and I believe that's not true. I'm an old dog, and I'm learning some new tricks. And here we are on this cold morning walk together, and we're gonna learn some new tricks. So today I would encourage you to embrace technology. Give it a shot, research it, look into it, break out that computer, put that internet to work, and start watching some videos on, Bitcoin and AI. All right, well, anyway, it's been fun walking with you, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm Bryant, the Over 60 guy. If you like this, go ahead and hit a like and maybe share it or subscribe it. I think I got a few more views, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, God bless. Talk to you later. Bye.